Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're of course going to be talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 6. We've been talking about all the news, all the information that came at the big reveal for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And I'm also going to be talking about kind of giving my opinions whilst giving the information about how I believe there is a huge potential for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest Call of Duty game we've had in a very long time. There was a lot of great and awesome information. And I truly believe, with the 4 years of development that Treyarch have had on this game, that we are set for a very, very good Call of Duty game. But less of that, we're going to be talking about today about many things. Everything that came with multiplayer, such as the movement, overhauls, changes, how multiplayer is actually going to work, what it's going to be like on the Game Pass, how it's going to be on the Game Pass, the beta, of course. There's going to be a beta and a start date, and key information there. The beta is for everyone as soon as it launches, so I'll discuss that more, of course. But there's a lot to talk about here. So let's start off with, I think, the big one that a lot of people are talking about, which is Call of Duty Black Ops 6 being on the Game Pass. This is something that we knew was going to happen, and it has been covered. And I'm kind of going to give you the details of exactly how it works, because it's become very clear now how it works. But anyway, Xbox console players must have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or Xbox Game Pass Console plus a Xbox Game Pass Core. So those with Game Pass Ultimate are completely covered and will be able to play Black Ops 6 in its entirety. It'll be multiplayer, zombies, campaign, all of it. You get the whole thing. For those with Xbox Game Pass Console, you need to have Xbox Game Pass Core as well to access the entire Black Ops 6 game. So that I hope makes it a lot more clear for you guys. If not, leave it in the comments down below and I'll answer that for you about how this works. But if you only have Xbox Game Pass Console tier, you cannot play multiplayer or zombies. So I want to make that very clear. If you only have Xbox Game Pass for console, just Xbox Game Pass console, you cannot play the multiplayer or zombies. You only get access to the campaign. I'll make that very clear in case any of you guys get confused at the launch date. PC players, a little bit different. You must have PC Game Pass, or you can have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Either way, whichever one you have will allow you to play the game in full, multiplayer, campaign, and zombies. But this is only accessible as well via the Microsoft Store. So not available on Battle.net and not available on Steam. So if you are one of those people who plays through those services of Battle.net or Steam, you're going to have to move up to the Microsoft Store and take advantage of the PC Game Pass or the Ultimate Game Pass to be able to play Black Ops 6 through the Game Pass, which is a great thing. And also, on top of that, if you wanted the Vault Edition, okay, because I think some of you were asking, like, how's it going to work with Vault Edition and stuff? With the Vault Edition, you only have to pay a $30 or £30, whatever currency it is for your country, bonus to be able to just get the Vault Edition on top of owning the game. As long as you have a Game Pass subscription that allows you to play Black Ops 6, you can buy the Vault Edition for £30 or $30, which I think is an absolute steal. I'm probably going to take advantage of this. I'm probably going to buy the Vault Edition at launch because, of course, the Vault Edition does come with as well the cross-gen bundle of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Hunters versus Hunted Operator Pack, 4 Operator skins, a Mastercraft collection, so 5 Mastercraft weapons, Black Cell, of course, so Season 1 when that launches in the game, which is, of course, your typical Battle Pass, 20 tier skips, 1,100 COD points and more. Gobblegum pack for zombies. So I'm not going to talk too much about zombies, but Gobblegums are returning. So if you remember those from Black Ops 3, Gobblegums will be returning. So I think that's awesome. Did like them in Black Ops 3, so I want to see how they do it here in Black Ops 6. On top of that, I'll briefly talk about it because I'm not going to cover zombies too much in today's video because I'm more of a multiplayer person. But zombies will have two round-based zombies maps at launch. I think that's fantastic. I love round-based zombies. I'll be playing it. I know you guys will probably be playing it too. But as much as I don't cover zombies, I still play it every so often. I kind of like to play it in my free time. And round-based zombies, fantastic. Glad to see it back. I would have liked to have seen round-based zombies along with a worldwide map for zombies as well. There's nothing to say there's going to be like a big map again for zombies. I think it's just going to be round-based, but who knows? They might do both. But for now, all we know is round-based zombies is coming back, is making its return here in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. So, yeah. Moving on, let's talk about the details, like multiplayer specifically, all the things that are happening in multiplayer, because there was a lot of things they've changed. Like, this isn't going to be a simple, oh, we'll launch a new Call of Duty and it's going to be set in this era and that's it. No, they went with absolutely changing everything. So let's start with, just in general, the multiplayer loadouts. So multiplayer loadouts will be as followed. You will have your primary, a secondary, which will be able to put like 5 attachments on both, I imagine. Dedicated melee, lethal, tactical, field upgrade, 3 perks, plus a perk speciality, wild cards. And yeah, 5 attachments per weapon, up to 8 attachments with a wild card as well. So nothing too crazy there, but that's to let you guys know about that. Next up, we're going to talk about Omni Movement, okay? Nice little power word. Of course, they do that. A lot of gaming companies do this when they change things for a game. They like to add a little power. We've got Omni Move now. What is Omni Movement, you might be asking? Well, Omni Movement is this crazy movement that's going to allow us to sprint like left, right, forward, backwards, to the right, you name it. You'll be able to sprint in any crazy direction. Even turning as well whilst prone isn't going to be as simple as like turning in a circle, like that weird animation we've had in Call of Duty for years where you just lay flat and you just constantly spin in a circle. Most of you remember this from like doing like diffusers and stuff in Search and Destroy. I believe back in the day, like if you spun with a diffuse, it used to make it go silent and stuff as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you will now actually like turn over. You will go from like belly to back or back to belly. You can do that now with the Omni Movement, which is also optional. So it's not something that you have to use. So it's basically a system that's going to be allowing you to chain movements as well. So you'll be able to climb, mantle, all this all into one. Whether or not that's going to be a good thing or not, because I have made videos about this in my settings saying that like anything that makes you automatic mantle that isn't normally good. We will see, of course, when this launches or during the beta, of course, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. But Omni Movement, it's a new movement system. It is not just a power phrase or a power word. It is genuinely a different type of movement that is coming to Black Ops 6. And I think it's massively going to increase the skill gap of Call of Duty, to be honest, looking at how crazy this movement is. You can literally do a crazy like dive backwards. You can do a dolphin dive backwards from sprint. It looks insane. How good is it going to be? Is it going to massively change movement? I believe so. But also, I think it's just a nice, fresh thing to have to Call of Duty. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be awesome. I think it's going to look amazing. But let's move on. As I was saying as well, we'll talk about the beta. So the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta, I'm sure some of you will be adjusting that. Also, if you do have it through the Game Pass, that you will automatically gain access to the beta. You do not need to pre-order the game. Having the Game Pass will give you the pre-order of Call of Duty Black Ops 6 as long as you have Call of Duty HQ installed, which of course is the big hub that has, you know, MW2, MW3, will have Black Ops 6 in it as well, Warzone, you name it. But that's all you need, and you'll be able to play the beta when it launches, which, by the way, will be at the same time for all platforms. So PC, PlayStation and Xbox, there's no waiting a week or anything. We'll all be playing the beta at the exact same time when it releases. And the rumor going around, which is, so it's not confirmed, but it is being rumored that the access will be from August 28th through to September 3rd, and this was leaked for a Game UK listing card. So this has become information that's been seen, but the pre-order or any sort of pre-order will give you access to the beta from the 28th of August to the 3rd of August for all platforms. Again, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, you will all have access to the beta at the exact same time, which is absolutely awesome. I don't know why we had this weird split going on where PlayStation gets it first and then PC and Xbox gets it next week. It's supposed to be about testing the game and kind of getting a feel for the game as well. I think, you know, it kind of leads into people getting their feelings for the game and deciding whether or not they like the game or not. But that will be happening all at the same time. We'll all be able to play as one and just be able to enjoy the game and see what type of game we're getting, you know, see this new Omni Movement, multiplayer maps as well, which are, however many they decide to release for the beta, which we'll also talk about now leading on to the maps. We are going to have 16 maps at launch, okay? You guys have said about this before, and I've had this issue too about lack of maps at launch or even reusing assets that we've already had. Well, we're going to get it. We're going to get 12 core 6v6 maps. That's 12 brand new, no remasters, no remakes. Maybe Nuketown's included in this, so maybe that kind of doesn't count, but Nuketown's going to probably come, right? I think I've already seen leaks of information showing that Nuketown is coming to Black Ops 6, which is no surprise, and I'm sure none of you guys are going to hate that, right? It's a synonymous thing with Black Ops to have a Nuketown map in every single iteration of Call of Duty Black Ops. So that, I imagine, will be counted. But 12 core 6v6 maps and 4 strike maps, which will be playable in 2v2 or 6v6. So that's going to be available for both. There are 16 maps at launch for 6v6. And 4 of them will be available to use in 2v2, so that kind of confirms it's going to be a 2v2 mode. Not really anything crazy with that, unless it's like gunfight, unless they do something with gunfight. We haven't really seen gunfight since, what, MW2? I mean, a little bit. It hasn't really been that good since MW 2019. MW 2019 did a very good job with the gunfight mode. Maybe we'll get that back for Black Ops 6. I'd like to see something done with that, because it was a cool little mode, so maybe we'll see with that. But also, talking about Black Ops 6 multiplayer and just the maps. And again, a lot of crazy information to you guys. And I want you guys to let me know, why, by the way, whilst we're about halfway through the video. What do you think so far? What do you think of all the information that you've seen about Black Ops 6 and the videos, of course, showing a little bit of campaign, slight little snippets of multiplayer? We haven't seen too much yet, of course, but I'm sure we'll get some more interesting information and leaks as we get closer to the beta and even Call of Duty next event, which I'll talk about in a bit. But Black Ops 6 multiplayer will also have 12 brand new weapons to the Call of Duty franchise, along with many other options to use. We're going to see 12 brand new weapons. And when I say brand new weapons, it's not just like a weapon that looks a little bit different. We're going to be talking about weapons that we haven't seen in the franchise at all. So we've seen in the course in the past the UMP, MP5s, the ACR, all these guns that, you know, come back in some sort of iteration, maybe come back in a season pass or get released every season or come back for the launch of like MW2 and stuff. We always see these same guns, right? But there's going to be 12 actual brand new weapons that we have never seen before in the Call of Duty franchise, which is going to be interesting, okay? What those weapons could be, I have no idea. I'm not really a person who's a weapon expert and knows what sort of weapons are out there and might make its appearance into Call of Duty Black Ops 6, especially with the era as well. That it looks like they're trying to set the tone that then keep the game in its era, at least for the launch anyway. We'll talk about that in a second. But yes, 12 brand new weapons at launch for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 in multiplayer, which is going to be awesome. Also, I didn't even reveal, right? Black Ops 6 is coming October 25th, if you guys wanted to know the launch date, okay? Black Ops 6 will be launching, actually, like, not the beta, we're talking about the full release, the full launch of the game for everyone, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation, will be coming October 25th. So if you want to book some days off of work, maybe get a sick note ready. Who knows? I might do the same thing. Who knows, right? But October 25th is the day that you want to go to be playing Black Ops 6, okay? Just so you guys know that. Yeah. So talking about that, let's talk about like kind of overall the Black Ops 6 mode. What's actually happened? Oh yeah. In fact, I'm forgetting one key information as well. Classic Prestige returns. Now, what some of you might be thinking is, well, do we not have that normally? No. So guys, unless you've been living under a rock, right? Classic Prestige hasn't been a thing in Call of Duty for quite a while now. Like every year, every season now, we've pretty much had a thing where you get to level 250 and then it stops, and then you get to go up to level 400, then it stops, then you get to go to level 600. You get the point, right? Well, it's going to be back to the classic Prestige, and I think this is fantastic. This brings back the importance of leveling, being able to look really cool in the lobby, getting rewards and stuff. It's going to be awesome. But what it is, military ranks will be from level 1 to 55. At level 55, Prestige begins. So 10 Prestiges will be available. Some things reset every Prestige. And this, I think, is fantastic, because this is the problem we've had in Call of Duty for years now. When people just level up and get all the weapons to the top, they have that weapon forever, right? They just constantly use that weapon. And anyone new looking to get into the game is kind of at a disadvantage. They're going to be leveling up their guns, whilst people who've been playing the game for a while already have their weapons all fully leveled up, all kitted out, and are going to absolutely slaughter you. But I believe adding this back, adding the proper Prestige back, is going to make multiplayer so much better, especially for those who do, you know, join the game after a while. Some of you guys have told me before that you don't buy it at launch because, of course, of the price, and that might be a little bit different this year with Game Pass, of course. Game Pass will give you guys the access that you want to the game for a much, much cheaper price. And if you guys don't like it, you don't have to keep it. It's as simple as that. That's the beauty of Game Pass, right? But 10 Prestiges will be available, and things reset every Prestige. So this will be your weapons, of course. I imagine like the access to weapons at certain levels and stuff. After 10th Prestige, though, so for those of you guys who want to like grind out and keep going, you know, and don't want to be stuck at 10th Prestige, you will have a Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels. You will get 1,000 more levels to grind through and reach that prestigious Prestige Master. So for those of you who want to grind out and look really, really cool in the lobby and be that top dog, you can do that too. This is all at launch, and there's no seasonal level cap. You can go as far as you want to go, right? As much as time as you and effort you put into the game is where you're going to get to. So that is awesome as well. And for any of those looking for like the information or any videos or footage possibly of this Black Ops 6 multiplayer, Call of Duty Next is coming August 28th, and that will probably bring the full, like, we're going to see probably multiplayer. We'll probably see some streamers get flown out playing Call of Duty or Black Ops 6 at this event. So look out for August 28th if you want to see some footage of Black Ops 6 in its entirety, full multiplayer. Maybe even a little bit of zombies. I doubt it, but maybe we'll see some zombies footage or something. And then maybe a campaign level here or there. But I'm interested in that multiplayer. But yeah, trying to make sure I covered all the information here. Honestly, I'm quite excited. There's a lot of good things. And I think Black Ops 6 has so much going for it for both the zombies community, for those who want to play a cool campaign. The campaign, the little snippets that we got looked very good, looked awesome. This is coming to Game Pass, of course, so it's going to be available to those who, who like to wait for Call of Duty to be cheap. You can now get it for cheap, right? £15 a month. You can pay £15 and then decide whether or not you ever want to pay or purchase Black Ops 6 in the future. It doesn't mean Black Ops 6 is going to be permanently yours, by the way, by owning the Game Pass Ultimate or Game Pass Core, whatever it is you need to be able to play this, to play Black Ops 6 in its entirety. I want to make it very clear that they can remove Black Ops 6 at any time. I doubt they'll do it during the year of Black Ops 6, but they could do it where 6 months into the game cycle, they could take Black Ops 6 off the Game Pass. I highly doubt they'll do this, but it is a possibility. I want to make you guys very aware of that, just in case you think it doesn't happen, okay? It can possibly happen. But we've got a beta coming. It's for all platforms. All platforms are pretty much getting treated as the same platform now. There's no sort of like one person gets this and other platforms get this. It's all together now. We all get to play at the same time. The multiplayer looks interesting. The multiplayer maps look quite like... There's a few images circulating of multiplayer maps. They look quite interesting, look quite colourful. Typical, like, Treyarch style of maps. They look like 3 lanes, of course, as well. There's a lot going for this game. And I think Black Ops 6, in my personal opinion, has so much going for it. Both zombies, campaign, multiplayer. I think there's so much going for it to make it such a good game. Also, I thought I'd like to add as well some news that we do know. Traditional score streaks are in Black Ops 6. This is something that I think is very important. We've just had that kind of happen in MW3 here with score streaks. Like, they do loop again, and the score streaks, like for instance, the swarm you see in this gameplay, do help to loop to your next kill streak. That will be happening in Black Ops 6 as well. It will not be the Cold War system. So if you guys remember the Cold War system, you kind of always earn towards your streak, but you'd have to like go on an actual streak to get 5 kills in a row to increase the multiplayer. But basically everyone was able to get streaks as long as they kept getting kills, getting objective score and stuff. Everyone had access to kill streaks, right? And it was crazy, right? It was not a good system. I don't think it worked very well. Assists and that. Basically, if you died, it didn't matter too much, unless, as long as you get like a decent 5 kill streak at a given point. It will be a proper kill streak system. If you get 11 kills in a row, you get 11. You get your kill streak. If you get 1,100 score, you get UAV, whatever it may be. As long as you continuously add to that score. As soon as you die, that's it. Your kill streak's over. You have to start again. So that's great. Glad to see that. Not too much of a biggie for me, but I'm glad that's happening. But yeah, lots and lots of great information. Let me know down below, guys, what you think. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm excited for Black Ops 6. I think we're in for a great year. I think it's going to be a great game. But let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.